Morning, Mark Leigh here. It is 8:40 Eastern, that's 1:40 GMT. We've just had non-farm payroll released. Let's have a look and see how the markets are sitting post that release, which is about 10 minutes ago. US dollar index weakening again, like yesterday. It was sitting at 105.70. Let me zoom into the hourly. You can see how it all happened. There we go. That's the release from 105.78. Right now testing 105.44. US dollar has dropped significantly. There is on the hourly. You can see how it's taken out and broken below the support which we had at 105.60. Sitting right now 105.48. So post non-farm payroll release, US dollar has weakened. Non-farm payroll numbers in the US, the number they were calling for was 200,000 new jobs. The actual number, 227,000 new jobs were created. The unemployment rate, 4.2, and that's exactly what it came out, 4.2%. But with a bigger number, one might have expected US dollar to strengthen, with a number coming in slightly above the consensus of 200,000 new jobs. However, which is why I'm a technical trader, the market has gone down, the US dollar has weakened as opposed to strengthening. And there it has weakened all the way from that 105.80, sitting now 105.49. That's on the hourly. Let's have a look at the S&P 500, which is due to open in about 45 minutes. And there you see from 6083, it's been just below that 6,100 number, the S&P 500. Looking to get back there. There's the high you can see, 6,100. So a green candle, it is strengthening pre-market open. So we have US dollar down, we have S&P up at this point. Let's have a look at commodities. Gold weakening slightly, 2,636. That is pretty much where it started. Let's just look at the daily. Gold was sold off yesterday, came below my ascending trend line to close at 2,630. Kind of sitting at that level now. Not much happening really. 2,636. Will there be an inverse relationship? We saw weak US dollar following the jobs numbers, the release of NFP. Weak US dollar could translate to strong gold. Gold will need to retake 2,650 and try to get above this ascending trend line to come up to resistance at 2,665. Let's have a look at oil. $71.26, looking bearish. And there it is. There's the daily. Look how it came down. Took out yesterday's support at 71.85. That was below the all-important $72. Sitting now at 71.37. Sellers perhaps even eyeing now 70.68. That's the real support that you can see. So we have oil weakening along with gold not doing much, a little bit weaker if anything. US dollar definitely down and S&P up. I'm going to have a look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin slightly up. There was yesterday's huge range we saw yesterday. All the way at 104,000, all the way down to below 93,000. That's a really big range yesterday. Today, hang around that 97,000 mark, has strengthened that a little bit. 98,824. Let's zoom in on that. And there you can see post NFP result, job numbers from 97,700. We're now sitting at 98,700. We have seen it go up by 1,000 already. For those looking to trade today, trade the job numbers. I always like to sit back a little bit, let the market find its trend, not always necessarily what we're expecting or what our playbook or what our textbook tells us the numbers are going to be, depending on the outcome. I prefer to look and see what's actually happening, looking at the charts, and that's what we can see when we look at the response today of the non-farm payroll, which came in at over the 200,000 consensus, 227. We're seeing at this point weak US dollar. We're seeing the pre-S&P 500 looking a little bit stronger. Inverse relationship there. Gold not really doing much, still sitting at around that 2,650. Oil weakening on the day. Bitcoin that little bit stronger. It's 846 right now. That's 146. I think a good time to look for a good trading opportunity will be maybe in around 15 minutes time. That's a new hourly candlestick will start, which is 9 a.m. for me Eastern time, which would be 2 p.m. GMT. We've got a whole day ahead of us. Good trading, guys, and keep that discipline.